Happy Friday, everyone. Juma Mubarak. Just want to wait a second and gather my thoughts. As I was sitting here before I go to Juma, I had some time to share with you some insights that I have implemented in my own life, and it has drastically improved my life, and I just want to share that with you. You don't have to follow it. You don't have to agree with it, but I will share it because I believe that there's a lot of people out there that want to be happier. I would assume they would want to be happier. You know, today's Friday, and I said Juma Mubarak, happy Friday. See, Fridays have a different vibe in the air, you know, even if you're like not a happy person usually, or like you're pessimistic or bad mood. Chances are, you know, Friday you'll be in a somewhat better mood. You know, there's all kinds of reasons. You know, it could be the weekend off. You're going to see some friends. You're going to go to a party, a get-together, where you're going to feel important, and you'll feel happy. And maybe you don't feel important or happy or noticed at your work environment, or you feel like you're just one of a few, and you know, and only the that other guy is gonna get the promotion, and you know, you just kind of make it part of your, like, hey, this is what I settled for, this is it, as good as it gets kind of scenarios for a lot of people. They think the best part of them, the best part of their life is behind them, and those kind of people, I was that kind of person. I thought the best part of my life was behind me, you know, but there's no such thing. There's only right now. And the way to get happy, the way I made myself happier was I was getting in that space of gratitude. I started having more gratitude by first disciplining myself to improve on something. I improved on my body. And improving in my body, especially in Ramadan, I improved on my body. And a lot of people say, well, hey, you know what, month of Ramadan's for praying and the Quran, and you shouldn't waste your time in doing that. You should be doing ibadah. That is ibadah. When you improve yourself and your own self-worth, and then you accomplish something that you couldn't do, and you see a change, you feel better, you're more energetic, of course that's going to make you connected to the source, to Allah, at a higher rate, in a happier mood, in a happier mindset. You know, you're going in there already in like, wow, I can change. This is really doing it, you know? So when you have gratitude, you must show your gratitude. We do a lot of I did a lot of lip service, like, oh, I'm grateful for what I have, but in my mind I complained about it. That's not gratitude. Gratitude it needs a verb. It requires an action, and that action is the showing of gratitude. And when you show gratitude, you're doing it for the sake of the Creator, but you're doing it because it helps you also. And then you have more to be grateful for. It's like the law of attraction, you know? There's a law, there's a divine, unseen laws that govern how you raise yourself up and how you get blessings. There's a conscious way to do that. And that first step is gratitude. So say you're in a bad mood, just take a deep breath. Okay, take a deep breath and just don't think about anything. Just think about the fact that you're alive, you know, or you have XYZ. Not that you feel sorry for anybody else, it's just that, hey, you know what? You were probably in the same mindset yesterday, in the same mindset today. That means your thoughts are governing your emotions. And your emotions are governing your physical actions subconsciously. The way you eat, the way you talk, the way you walk, it's governing everything. So whatever you do, you're producing it in that fear state of that survival mechanism of, oh, this dunya is, dog-eat-dog world, and you are doing everything in that vibratory state. That is what you want to stay away from. You do that by first getting in gratitude. Gratitude is like a detox system. It detoxes you spiritually. Like you got to detox when you want to fix your body, you detox spiritually too. Whatever you do in the physical, it happens in the spiritual. But you have to connect it. You can't just do something and be stuck in the physical only and not even take in consideration the spiritual, the unseen consequences. There's good consequences and there's bad consequences. And when you have clarity and you you allow the space of gratitude to come in and you let go of a lot of things that kept you down, unhappy, judgmental or cynical, you start to change, and it takes time. But the thing is, we live in a time where time is going faster. We are living in end times. I'm going to say it. We don't talk about it ever anymore. There's so many hadith. I mean, it's deeper than that, but I'm saying is that we have been told about that a certain way. And we expect it a certain way, We expect to see some angels with some trumpets, But it's like, it's not going to happen like that. It's happening. It's already happening. You can't lie to people anymore. The truth is revealed. Because if you're telling somebody, hey, this is what success is, this is what happiness is, and you have the vibration of not being happy because we can tell you're trying to show off, or we can tell your health is bad, and how can you be happy? And you made your health like this. Or how can you be happy when you're only trying to appease every group? You're trying to make everybody else happy except yourself. And you've been told that's what life is. Tie your camel. Like the whole camel hadith, it's totally taken in the wrong way. Only one perception. Only physically. As in, like, now we think tying the camel is, going through school, getting your education. I'm not against those things. Getting a college degree, you're getting a loan, and you getting a house and a mortgage and a couple of cars. Make sure they're brand new and they make you feel good, and other people will like you more, and make sure you have these things. That is what they say tying the camel is, and then Allah will do the rest. No, and you pray. Make sure you pray, and make sure you aren't eating pork, and make sure you fast, and all those things. That's tying. That's not what tying camel meant. Tie the camel, and Allah will take. No, the camel represents your physical body. It's a beast. A camel is stubborn. If you leave your body unchecked, without discipline, without giving it the right things to eat, it's gonna be triggered by everything. Like it'll see a female, and it'll be lusting after that now. It'll see advertisement on TV for, some shoe, and now you want that now. That's the camel. It's the beast. It is the physical. It is the ego. You have to tie it down, as in, like, you have to integrate it with the physical, the dunya, right? You have to integrate it with the dunya, which you are made from the dunya. Your physical body is just matter that is taken from the dunya. It is not you. You are just that newer that drives everything else. But now we live in a time and mindset where people are trapped in the physical. And of course they're not happy, because they're never going to be happy, because they don't have a true connection with the Creator. And they say, well, we do. Okay, well, then why do you get triggered by somebody else's belief? Why do you get triggered by every commercial, everything that XYZ political system says? Why do you look for apologies from other people. You know, why do you look for, you're looking for honor from the outside people. You should be, the honor comes from the Creator. When you have honor in the eyes of the Creator, you have honor, you are honorable. It's about acting honorable. It's about not being triggered by the physical dunya, which is an illusion, not being triggered by it, but understanding it, integrating with it, and raising your conscious awareness up through the physical. I mean, as long as you're alive and living on this earth, we are tied down to the physical. And you can have this life and the next life. And you do that through discipline, not through, are you looking for the door? Are you looking for the door? Are you looking for the door? The gate? It's right here. Yeah, it's right there, like, yeah. I don't know. But, yeah, you gotta look in within, and Ramadan's a perfect time for this. It is perfect. I mean, even in Western systems or non-religious systems, they say, like, scientifically, like, if you do things for 22 days, it becomes a habit. And that's what Ramadan's, the first 22 days of Ramadan, or first 20 days of Ramadan, the first, is for you becoming the disciplined person, physically and mentally tough enough or connected enough so you can stay awake for those last 10 nights and really get down to and catch that, Kundalini awakening, catch that moment that you change, you transform, you freaking transform into a new person. Because after Ramadan's over, you aren't the same person you were every year for 30 years like I was. For 30, I don't know how old, I'm 40 years old now. In 2015, I had a incredible Ramadan, which was like life-changing spiritually and physically. I lost almost 30 pounds. And it wasn't through being miserable. It was totally, it was amazing. And then I was so connected. I did all my tarawihs. I connected. I was praying, you know what I mean? At night, and things were changing. I was asking for these things, but when you ask for these things, people think that they ask for I'm not gonna lie, I was asking for success and this and that, and it's okay, to get here, these things have to shake up. You have to shake up this foundation that has kept you low, and you have to dig a deeper foundation, take this shit out, break the building down, take the shit out, and that's very uncomfortable. And to the outside people, that's gonna look like something's bad is happening, but actually it's good. See, for the true believer, anything that bad happens, it's actually good for them, because it's not bad. Nothing is bad. Like things happen where you think it's bad. At one point, for example, say you get in a car accident and you have to pay $3,000 for some repair, and you just bought the car, that happened to me. I had to pay all this money for repair and insurance and I just bought it a week ago, and it was a Prius, and I didn't know anything about hybrids, and I know things about other cars. I can fix it myself, but it was oh man, it was bad. But the thing was, I realized later on that actually it was a good thing that happened, because that pushed me to another level of okay, I this had to happen for this other thing to happen, for you maybe ask for a promotion, right? But to get a promotion, other things have to happen. Maybe that person has to retire. That person has to die. It doesn't happen by accident. And yes, you will get the promotion if you become that energy, that the promotion, that position looks at you and it's I want him or her. You have to look at it like that. If that position could talk and pick out somebody, would they pick you out right now? I would say, if I wanted to do, be in front of 1,000 people and talk and have all these people around me, and I just get put there right now, could I handle it? Same thing with you. So you could become the person that handles it by just not being scared, you know, not being in fear, not being in the consciousness of, oh, I'm a victim, or not being in a consciousness of, oh, this person has a better life than me because these things didn't happen to them. You know, everything that happened to you for a reason, for you to get that energy from that moment, no matter how dark or how bad it is. You learn from it, and then you see the silver lining of it, because everything is good, no matter how bad it is. And it takes, you know, once you realize the polarity of it and see the good and the bad, that's when you've learned the lesson and you are changed as a person, and you get that, now that thing that you thought was bad, or bad part of your life, that can't hold you down anymore. So you have free energy to go into your creativity, or go into your being the best version of yourself. Not for other people, but for yourself, because you are unique, you are important, you are honored. You are like the king of this place. It's in your hands. You are the only person that matters. Your connection with the divine, it's all from how you are connected with yourself. And not be egotistical about it. Not be, you know, caught in the physical. And that's the energy. It gives off the energy. You can tell when someone's showing off. You can tell when someone's lying about something, you know. For you to have something, have an energy of it, you have to have it. And you can read about it. And if you read about it and you haven't applied it to your own life to have it, it won't come off as the same energy of as you have had it from the inside. And yeah, you got to do the work. That's the physical work. You know, that's the part of tying the camel down. It takes, you physically have to tie it. You know, so, but not being cruel to it. You know, you're not tying it and making it hot, and that you're putting shade over it. You know, you're making sure the water's over there. You're making it very comfortable. It's not a noose to it. You know, so that's how you tie it. That's the physical. You know, because it wants pleasures. There's nothing wrong with pleasure. There's nothing wrong with that moment of falling. You know, loving that food. But is that camel untied and just wanting that, or is it you giving it the best of it? So you're no longer eating junk food. Now you're, you know, instead of eating French fries, you're making your own fries in amazing oil. And it's like awesome, you know. Instead of eating burgers from the burger place, you know, you're making sure it's high quality. Because you're eating energy. You are what you eat. You are how you think. You are who you're around. But it's not their fault. It's you picking up on them. You know? Pick up on good qualities of people instead of bad. But there comes a time where you have to be alone. You can't be surrounded by everybody. That's what Ramadan's about. You know, the first 20 days, you have to be alone. Yeah, you interact with people and you go do your thing. You know, and you don't get triggered by people telling you, "Oh, eat this. I made it for you." You know, no. Ramadan's a alone thing. You know, it's like a. But yes, that's what Eid. You know, you celebrate with your family, but you transform as a person. You become a better person. But I gotta go now. So please share this stuff if it helped you out. And you know, I'm gonna talk about this a lot more, and get your intentions straight. You know, I'll talk about how to set your intention and how to get into that space and transform as a person. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.